Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Heetal Datia. We have with us Kunal, Shah, head of Commodities Research, joining in. Welcome to the show, Kunal. Overall, if you go to see with what's happening with crude, after the kind of downtick we've seen, suddenly there's been a spurge that's come in already. On the back of hurricane shutting US output, stockpiles falling. Last week itself, we did see a good up move that did come in with regards to oil prices. Yes, the Friday session as well, we have seen gains which have extended. And today, if you go to see in terms of the session, there is that up move that is expected to continue. What's the sense that you pick up? Is this a short term blip that we are seeing with regards to higher oil prices, or do you think, there is a possibility that this could continue?
First, I like to share the screen. My screen, I'll share. Uh, can everyone see the screen? Hiral, can everyone see
No,
the screen?
no, I can't see the screen yet. Yeah, now it's just starting. Yes, started.
Yeah. So this is what has happened from today morning. If you look here, what was the scene? At today morning, if you look, the dollar index was at 90 to
Mm,
76. Okay, from 90 to 76, the dollar index has trended to 93.35. So 50% strong strength in
mm,
dollar is the what something what we have seen in a matter of last 6 hours. So this is the main reason why there is a sell-off. Why there is a sell-off? The reason there is a sell-off that the HSBC has been told to be involved in some problem, and because of that, all the banking stocks across the globe have been plummeted, especially in
mm,
Europe. So we have entered in risk aversion, risk off mode. So in risk
mm,
off mode, commodities generally doesn't do well. And when you see this, the way this dollar index, the way it is strengthened, it is not a good news for a commodity market participant. So I think for today's trading session, the trend is definitely not going to be very bullish. One,
mm.
one should sell the rallies for the day, and I'm expecting, there was a question that why there is a sudden fall in bullion. Is there a news on vaccine? No, it's nothing to do with the vaccine. It is the strength in dollar. So everyone who has joined this webinar, please, you can start looking at. I know a lot of people are involved in doing trading or small jobbing for recommending jobbing to the clients. So for you, it is must. So it was a no-brainer from today morning. The way, so you can go to that investing.com, and throughout the day, the dollar index side should be parallelly working on. So people who are trading in Bulldex, for them also, this is something which I'm recommending. It is must because the moment dollar index starts appreciating, the Bulldex is going to go down. So
Mm,
Bulldex, my recommendation is around 15,970, 980 sell. Stop loss should be placed at 16,050, and 15,900 to 15,880 are the levels what we can see during evening session. So sell the rallies is my recommendation for Bulldex. For gold and silver, we've already seen 2% cut coming on silver, and almost 1% cut coming on gold. So for the evening session, I'm expecting this to continue because of the dollar index. The reason I mentioned, I'm expecting gold and silver both are likely to remain under pressure till the time there is a reversal in the dollar. So sell
mm,
uh, gold and silver. I think silver can test levels of 66, and gold can test levels of 51,000 to
mm.
50,900 during evening session. Recommendation is to go short. Crude can test levels of 2,900 in evening session. Stop loss should be placed at around 2,985. So both crude and gold and silver, one should sell the rallies for the evening session until there is a sharp up move in the dollar.
Right. So, taking all of this into consideration now, a couple of events on the global front that we are eyeing is the FOMC statement. Apart from that, overall, if you go to see with regards to where even US elections go, all of this somewhere is going to have an impact with what's happening on the US dollar as well, Kunal. Taking these cues into consideration, do you think because we've crossed almost 50,000 mark in terms of where gold is concerned, there is a possibility that say 60,000, 65,000 could be something that we could see by the end of the year?
Uh, you are talking for the gold, right?
Gold,
I'm
absolutely.
not expecting that kind of move immediately because gold is already, see, if you look at from the month of March, gold prices were at 41,000, 42,000.
Hmm.
From 41 to 42, still it is at 52,000. So when you talk about a set like gold, still up by 10,000 rupees in last 6 months, it is still significant up.
Hmm.
None of the asset classes are able to give this return with the kind of stability gold has. So I am expecting, maximum upside by the end of the year should be 54 to 55,000, not more than that. And next year, perhaps in next 2 years, you can see gold testing, 60 to 62,000. So not this year very bullish, but next year onwards it will be very bullish.
Right. And what's the trend then looking like with regards to silver as well?
So silver, the fundamentals are not at all bearish, but
Hmm.
the technical factors such as I explained you the dollar index and strengthening, and the industrial demand relatively weaker. So these two factors have dragged silver down. It can go down, but the major reason for the upside in silver was the supply concern in South America, which continue to persist. So still, Brazil, Mexico, Peru, Chile, these are the countries where
Hmm.
the mines are not starting normally. A lot of mines are shut. So last 3 months back, almost 400 mines were closed in the region. Now, broadly, even very few mines have restarted their operation. So the supply side is strong. So this kind of fall. So for example, let us assume that silver will go down to 62,000, 63,000, or perhaps 60,000. So don't miss this kind of fall. Whenever so much panic is there in the market, at that time we can enter. For evening session, it looks weak, but broadly
Hmm.
speaking, from slightly longer horizon, you can accumulate 62 to 60 is the accumulation zone for silver.
Right. And Kunal, overall, if you go to see with regards to where uh, commodities are concerned with regards to base metals, what's the sense on that one? Because clearly copper is continuing to see its up move.
Yeah, so the thing with copper is fundamentals are bullish, but like I said, since the dollar is strengthening, it can still go down. 534, 535, you can short. 537.50 would be the stop loss. 530, 531 should be the target for copper. Even for nickel 1085, you can go short for the downside target of 1070, and stop loss should be placed at 1095.
Right. And Kunal, overall, if you go to see apart from copper, anything else that looks interesting on the base metal front?
Uh, Now the base metal front, apart from copper, even aluminum, which fundamentally is little bearish. So aluminum can go down and test levels of 143 to 142.50.
Okay. And overall, Kunal, there are two questions coming in. There's a sudden fall in bullion. Is there any news of vaccine or something else?
No, there is no news from vaccine right now, but it is going down. I explained you, and as far as trigger evening, there are no major data which can cause a major, but you keep looking at what is happening with the dollar index because that is going to decide where the gold and silver futures are going to head. So dollar index is still, as of now when we are talking, it is 93.34, 0.5% upside coming in. So not looking good for gold silver for evening.
Okay, so that's with regards to where gold and silver go. Any view in terms of where natural gas is concerned?
Natural gas bearish. I explained last week also,
Hmm.
last Friday. Today also, I'm saying I'm of the bearish view. It should not move up. 148 good levels to go short. 141, 142 levels to cover, and 150, 150 should be the stop loss for the same. As far as other view is concerned, what will be the impact of USD on USD INR? USD INR has weakened today, so the 0.5% upside. If you look at what we have seen in the dollar index, it is clear indication that the rupee will definitely remain weak because of the kind of move what we saw. So I think 73, 80, 85 are kind of levels what we can see in rupee if dollar index is around 93, 60, 70 tomorrow morning. But if it reverses, then it's a different story. So for trading, I will recommend to go long on the USD INR pair. You can do BTST and sell it tomorrow morning.
Right. And Kunal, very lastly, anything with regards to any agri commodities is concerned?
Agri commodity looks bullish because of the new regime or the new policies by the government which is started. So what is going to happen in this is that the MSP is going to hike in fact in today evening's meeting.
Mm.
So chana, RM seed, chana in particularly looks good. Even wheat prices looks good. So these are the commodity which are likely to be benefited by the new policy. So chana you can definitely go long. 5400 is my target.
Right. So that's a longer coming in terms of where Chana goes. So I think we've covered majority of the questions as well as the commodities. Thank you, Kunal, so much for joining in, and thank you, participants, for being a part of this as well.